I want to learn from older people. An older black person, you've seen shit and done shit I can't even fathom. Right. But we're the only culture. If you look at, forgive me, you look at like white people, you look at the Jews, you look at Asians, they will go talk to their elders. Asians specifically, they're elders. I will go talk to my grandfather. Pop, what's up? The Jews, Biba, I don't just call them, yo, put me on some jewels. We don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surface issue. You're
no
right,
doubt,
though.
No doubt.
And I think that in those other cultures that you were referencing,
they're revered.
Well, yes. And the reason why is because there is a nucleus that exists in the cultures that has that they've overcome what they've needed to overcome in order to, and they preserved their culture.
Yeah, culture.
For us, there's a divide. Like even in the way that you're talking about young people now, I don't know it's not intentional, but there's an idea that like that young person is not you.
Right.
And like that older person is not you. But we're all one family, we're all one culture. And so like when that person is looking at you and me and not seeing themselves, which is what happens.
Yeah.
Because of whatever. Oh, he don't have these sneaks on, or he don't do this, or you're not
stepping on shit.
He don't talk this way, or whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it's like, why am I listening to you again? I don't aspire to be like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't represent me. And oh, hey, you definitely don't represent me. You a bum. I'm trying to get money. Even though they don't understand, like, he paid his house off and he is living a comfortable life.
Right.
And so because of the disjointedness that exists, right? So this is like one of the things that like I try to do is like put us all in the same room and then let's find our commonalities. Because I don't know what you're facing as a young man.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Some of your students
I don't know what you're facing,
shit.
Yeah. But let's talk about our commonalities.
Well, that's to your point too, Brent. It's also like you were saying, because of like internet culture and things being so easily accessible and like being able, like we don't think about, where like history was passed down from older generations, back in the day. Like we would listen to our grandparents tell us because we didn't have the internet to go and look that up and find out what was going on back then.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have, like, we heard firsthand experiences of that, and we've lost out on some of that, like, the firsthand knowledge or like experience from that. And then like, we haven't really passed that on to the younger generations because they're hearing everything, secondhand, third hand through whatever internet, music, TV, whatever. And it's kind of like you said, like the internet has made the world smaller, but it's also kind of pushed us apart a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
So,
and there's a lot of questions like, I know like my children, for instance, like my family and my children, they ask a lot of questions. And even though they have Siri or what's her name, Alexa right there, and they can ask her, they ask mommy and daddy. Because they're like, yo, this is what I heard today. What's this mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that is, first of all, that's just not, I'm aware that that's not accessible to every child, to have somebody that is guiding them and to ask the questions and to help them make sense of the world. And so then you go on the internet, because you can get answers on the internet, and you're getting it from a perspective that is salacious most of the time, uninformed. In my studies, right? Like I used to be like, why are they making such a big deal about peer review? Right? It's because there had to be a certain level of credibility and scholarship before you can accept somebody's words as meaningful or truthful. Yeah. Well, the internet has done away with all of that.
Yeah, it takes everything else.
And it's like you just put one part of something without real context, or with a slanted context. You know what I'm saying? It's like they think that's their reality. And it's to the point now where like kids can't talk unless it's online.